In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can streamline your sales process so you can sign up perfect fit clients every single week in a way that feels simple, easy, and most importantly, feels good and aligns to you. I'm Joe Parrish. I built my first online personal training company to over 650K in revenue per year. And now we help coaches build their very own freedom business by helping them make a healthy profit every month, attract and work with clients that they now love, and most importantly, build a business that complements and aligns to the life that they now want to be able to live. Last week, I was having an amazing conversation with one of my best friends who is an absolute operator when it comes to all things sales. He does things outside of the fitness industry. And one question that he asked me was, Joe, what is your current buyer's journey? What are all the steps somebody has to go through to go from consumer through to customer? And it really got me thinking. Your sales process isn't the sale. It's not the call. It's not the whatever you do to be able to get somebody over the line. That's of course a really, really important step. But actually the buyer's journey needs to be your marketing, your messaging, and the strength and the depth of your marketing and messaging is now going to determine how quickly, how easily, and how effortless your sales process will be. If sales feels heavy, hard, unpredictable, unreliable, and it feels like you're having to persuade, you're having to convince, and you're having to push, it's because your marketing and messaging isn't doing the heavy lifting for you. And vice versa. If sales feels effortless, easy, enjoyable, and it feels like you're converting pretty simply, it's because your marketing is doing the work. It's allowing people to come into your world. It's allowing them to get exactly what they need, access exactly what it is they're looking for in order for them to have the information to then be able to make an informed decision. So let's walk and talk you through exactly how you can start to strengthen your sales process by improving your buyer's journey so that sales can become more predictable, more reliable, and can feel easy and enjoyable for you. Just before we start, everything that I'm about to show you is going to be underpinned by the core four: results, reputation, referrals, and retention. That is the lifeblood. That is the heartbeat of your business. And the stronger that is, the easier everything else that I'm about to show you will become. If you don't have those as a real foundation, everything will feel heavier, harder, and even more difficult and even more challenging. Your marketing messaging is very much like a body transformation. We don't want to throw the kitchen sink at it straight away. We want to be able to make sure we've got the world-class basics and the foundations in place from which everything else can then be built upon. And in order for us to access the next level, we need to make sure that we're nailing the current level and we've been able to take that as far as we can possibly go. So level one is always going to be you, who, and how. And I think about this by you finding your voice, you strengthen your message, and us being able to really make sure that you've got clarity around your big idea, what you do, how you do it, what you stand for, what you stand against, and what your core beliefs are. Because if we don't have this as the foundation, well, we're then just communicating information that is regurgitated from everybody else on the internet. We're copying everybody else, and we then have no way whatsoever of standing out. Not only that, people buy into people and not coaching. So we need to make sure that you're clear, it's aligned, it feels fun, it feels enjoyable, it feels congruent and connected to you. Number two, we're clear over the person that you help. What are the feelings, the frustrations that they're currently bumping up against? Why you? Why are they going to pick you in comparison to anybody else? And how can we communicate and convey our message in a way where as soon as they hear or read or watch any of your stuff, they say, that person gets me. And then how, that's of course not the fancy promises that people now want, but it's how you're going to get them there. Because anybody can sell, I can help somebody get from A to B in certain time frames. So we need to make sure these are absolutely nailed, phase one. And if they're not, everything else that you're going to do is just going to be volume that isn't going to allow you to convert, and it's not going to get you the ROI that you're now really looking for. Level two is going to be the 4 C's. The first C is going to be community. Every single coach that I now know that's doing incredible things has always been able to win their local community and then build from there. Having that level of proximity is so powerful. When I first started my online coaching business, I was able to acquire my first 25 to 50 clients just through the members in the gym or people that I knew in the local area. And the coaches that we work alongside, Ryan Sturton's a perfect example, has been able to build a coaching business with over 100 plus online coaching clients by becoming the guy in his local area that everybody now sees as an expert, as the go-to that works with a certain type of individual. Being able to have that level of proximity is so powerful. Second C is then going to be content. Creating content is one of the easiest ways for you to be able to create leverage, for you to be able to get your message out to the world. And creating content isn't just about doing it every now and again or posting once or twice per week. It's about developing a completely new skill. You're a great coach, not a great content creator, which means we've got to be able to iterate, fail forward fast, and we've got to be able to do a whole host of reps. The analogy that I love to use is if I was to learn to play the guitar, and I was to only play once per week in comparison to playing 7 days per week, I'd be able to make far more progress picking up the guitar every single day in comparison to picking it up every now and again and letting it collect dust in the corner of the room. The exact same applies with this. It's not about the outcome, it's about the process, it's about the skill development, and it's about being able to find your voice, strengthen your message, and really start to sharpen your content creation, which is going to connect and it's going to land with your audience, which then means you can start to build the system, which is going to become more predictable, more repeatable, and it's going to also feel a damn sight easier for you. The third C is chats. Now, chats have got quite a bit of a bad rap, or DMs, over the past few years, because every mentor has told you to send 100, 200 DMs per day, which has made you feel a bit shitty. It's been transactional. You've burned through your audience. You've been trying to convince and push offers down people's throats, and they feel disconnected. You've maybe had a lot of rejection, or you have now convinced and signed people up, and then you just now know that it's been the wrong fit, and it's not how you like to do things. Now, it's about completely shifting your perspective here. This isn't about volume. It's not about cold outreach. It's about being able to really connect and engage and interact with the people who are already connecting, engaging, and interacting and watching your stuff. So many people don't know how to ask for help. They may be skeptical. They're fearful. They've had their fingers burnt previously. And this isn't about trying to get a sale. It's simply being able to help somebody take that next step by building rapport, starting a relationship. Whether you're now online, offline, everything now starts and ends with a conversation. All of your marketing and messaging can also make up other pieces of the puzzle, but being able to connect, communicate, interact, and engage with people who are watching, interacting, engaging, or you're seeing every single day, is going to be absolutely integral, and it's going to be a super key piece of the puzzle that we need to have in place. Number 4 is collaborations and partnerships. Now, one great example that I can give you for this was when I first started online coaching. I was the go-to in the local community. I was creating content every single day. I was communicating and chatting with people on the gym floor and off the gym floor, and the people who were engaging, interacting, or watching my stuff. And then I did a partnership and a collaboration with a company called the Fitness Food Company, where they had a massive audience. They were selling meat specifically to people who valued health and fitness. And we did a 16-week giveaway where they were going to give a meat box every single week to the lucky winner. They were going to pay for their photo shoot, and I was going to coach them for free. That brought me an abundance of new eyeballs and also new customers because I was being exposed to a completely new audience. Now, I always think about how can I do exactly the same. That now might be with a local physio, a beautician, a barber. That might be a local cafe. That might be an osteopath. Think about who are the people who currently have my audience that I can potentially tap into, that I can access, and we can now do a collaboration or a partnership where it's going to be a win-win-win. There's so much opportunity in this that so many people don't capitalize on. And if you can bring some value to somebody else and you have a way for you to be able to come together and it's mutually beneficial for everyone, that can be an absolute game changer. Really important to note. In order for us to access the next level, we need to make sure that these things are already currently working, because it can be so easy to go, okay, what is it I need to do more and more and more and more and more, when in fact, actually what we need is better. So if you're not currently generating leads, people aren't putting their hand in the air, and you're not signing up clients by doing these two things, progressing into level 3, level 4, level 5 is going to be a waste of time, because you're just adding more volume on top of something that isn't now as effective as it could be. If you now have the you, who, and how absolutely nailed, you are now nailing these core 4 consistently, and that's starting to bring in people into your world and you're starting to convert clients. We can now move into the next level and the next stage of your journey, and also expanding your capacity. The third level is long form. Now, long form is incredible for conversion. That could be YouTube, podcast, emails, blogs, and then of course we also have lead magnets or micromagnets, etc. obviously within here as well. Short form is great for awareness, and it can be great to be able to get eyeballs on screen, but the thing that I need to think about is, if somebody's now coming into your world, how far can they go? How much can they watch? How much can they consume? How much can they really binge watch you? Because people are now distracted, busy, and also incredibly skeptical. They're lacking and they're low on trust, and we need to be able to really bring them into our ecosystem and into our world. And the way in which I want us to be able to think about this is, it's almost like they're going on an adventure. When they come into your world, I think about it like they're going to the park. What are all the different things they can go on, they can consume, they can watch, they can do? in order for them to be able to get caught up in your spider's web. That's really what we're looking to do. And creating long form content is going to be one of the easiest ways for you to be able to share your big ideas, share your values, communicate how you take somebody from A to B, and also for people to be able to spend more time feeling as though that I feel like I already know you. That's going to be such an integral and such a key piece now moving forwards, which is why the thing that I love is if you're now a good coach who's got skills, and you have a really strong idea around who you help, how you help them, and you know that you can get people results, being able to share and showcase this is going to be one of the easiest ways moving forwards, especially in this AI world, for you to be able to now stand out and for people to now go, that's my person, how can I work with them? Level 4 is very similar to long form, and it's events. Now, important to note, events could come beneath this, above this. It's really figuring out where you are, what your superpower is, what your skills are, and what you really enjoy. But the great thing with events is it allows people to have an immersive experience. It allows somebody to come into your world, experience what you do, how you do it. It allows them to feel your energy. Not only that, it allows them to be in a room with other people who get it. This can now be online, can be offline. These can be free events, paid events. These can be events that you now run with your community that you invite other people to come to, or you ask your clients to invite a friend. This is going to be one of the greatest things that you can now do. It's going to require you to travel. It might require a little bit of investment. It's going to require some time. It's going to require some energy. But when you do this, again, the game isn't to try and get somebody to sign up straight away. It's to help them have a memory or an experience that's now going to stick, that's going to leave them in a slightly better place, that then allows them to go on a journey. And the great thing about this is you then start to build this ecosystem. There's no point trying to do all of this at once. It's about making sure that we can nail the foundations, we can nail the world-class basics, we can figure out what's working, what's not, and then we can stack the next thing, stack the next thing, stack the next thing. So as you create more capacity, it allows you to do more. Not only that, that's going to allow you the opportunity to build better quality systems. So all of these can start to intertwine and they can complement and they can work with one another, which is then going to help you really start to build this ecosystem, spider's web, whatever you want to call it, which is going to help people obviously have all these different touch points with you when they come into your world. And realistically, the further they go, the more opportunity they have to be able to now access you, learn from you, spend time with you, see what it is that you do, the easier it's going to become for them to be able to make a decision to be able to say, hey, yeah, I want to work with you. So now what we're going to do is map out your buyer's journey. And in order for us to be able to do this, I need you to be able to go and ask your very best clients, what did they do? What did they see? What did they read? What did they listen to? What did they immerse themselves in order for them to be able to make an informed decision to now step into your world and say, hey, I want to work with you. And how long did it take them from first hearing about you to working with you? What was that duration? Because that's going to provide us with invaluable feedback where we can start to understand, okay, here are all the key touch points. Here are the key pieces that they needed to know. And not only that, was there anything that I could have done that may have potentially sped the process up? That is going to be absolutely invaluable for you. And that's going to really allow you to gain an abundance of clarity around your next moves and what needs to be our greatest priority. And to give you a little example of this, when I asked some of our best clients what were the reasons that they basically worked with us, it really came down to one of these. Number one, above and beyond anything else, was referrals. Other amazing people telling amazing people about what we do, what we're about, how we help people, the results that we get, etc. That has always been our number one. The second thing has then been live events. People now coming to a live event that I've been speaking at or a live event that we've now ran, whether that's now online or offline, that's given them that level of immersion and given them that experience and time to be able to, well, really be in our world. The third thing has been podcasts. People have now typically listened to 3+ of my podcasts, and there's certain episodes that they'll usually refer to. Number 4, we've got content. People have usually watched me for 6+ months, even before they then make a decision. Number 5, we've then got lead magnets, and also, see off the back of that, going into my email list. And then number 6, we've got chats, conversations, whether that's now been offline or online, which has then led them to booking a call. And we will either send people to one of 3 places. We'll either send somebody to our sales page, we'll send somebody straight to our booking page, or we'll send somebody to our offer doc that'll explain the next steps. So for us, it allows us to really recognize and appreciate, right, okay, sometimes, you know what? I'm like, I don't really feel as though anybody's listening to my podcast. I really don't feel as though that I'm getting much of an ROI, and it can be easy to put that on the back burner. But when I look back and I look at every single client that's now worked with us that has done amazing things, they have typically listened to several of my episodes, which makes me realize, okay, maybe I'm not getting that direct ROI and I'm not getting that instant gratification or validation, but that's such a key piece that I need to keep building upon. Exactly the same with the YouTube that I'm currently creating. So go and map out your buyer's journey, and with the feedback that you're now getting from your best clients, we can then start to think about, well, What do I need to do more of? What do I need to do less of? And is there anything that I can now start to do which is going to speed up this process, which is going to make it even simpler for somebody to put their hand in the air to be able to go and start working with? The moment somebody sees you for the first time, or you put up that piece of content, isn't going to be the moment somebody buys from you. Everything is about a process, but it's about understanding where somebody is in that process and how you're able to build your pipeline. It's about being able to look after the short term whilst being able to build the projects which are going to help you in the long run. And the results that you're seeing today is a reflection of the work that you've done over the last 1, 3, 6, and 12 months. And if you've now watched this video and you're like, well, Joe, that's amazing, but I'm already busy, I'm overwhelmed, I'm already doing so much, and I'm still so heavy in delivery, and I'm questioning how am I now going to even start to produce this level of output, go and watch the latest training that I've just recorded, which is in the link in the description, which is exactly how I built a 650K business without burnout and using 4 systems which completely changed the game for me, bought me back time, gave me more energy, and actually helped me build my business with far more enjoyment and ease.